Sit back, kick up your feet. Would you like a glass of wine? This is dinner date.
Yes,
with
I would.
David, Crystal, and Christian.
David.
You don't think you'll pass out if you have a glass of wine?
I don't think I'll pass out. No, I think I'll get frisky.
Wow,
Don't give him wine.
Get this man some wine. Are you kidding me?
Christian and I have opposite thoughts on that one.
Well, listen, you've already got a man. So, yeah. I actually enjoy playing footsie with David underneath the table. So, that's right. So,
when are you gonna clean my house, bitch?
Well, don't you have two women to clean your house already?
Yeah. Rosa and Mercedes.
Yeah, as soon as I get a tan and a name with an accent, then I will start cleaning your house.
All right, then when are you gonna? I don't know.
All right. Well, I noticed one thing about you today when you came in. You looked very, as you have a wonderful configuration. That's kind of what I was getting to, but no one can see in studio. But you obviously have an amazing configuration. But your shirt, can you explain your shirt to me?
There's a nun on your boobs.
It's just a nun on the front of my shirt.
I know, but
I think she's praying to save his soul.
Do you know why they call them nuns?
Why? Because they ain't got nothing? What? I don't know.
What? No, because that's what you get. You get nun when you're a nun. I don't know. What are you asking about my shirt for? It's a stupid nun on the front of a shirt, bitch. You want me to cut you? Shit.
Wow. You should be cleaning houses with an accent like that.
I know. I am. I was going to do a relationship report, but they said I couldn't.
Oh, it's all right. What are you talking about? You can't.
And it's really sad. Dieter couldn't make it today, but
I know it's very, very tragic and wonderful. It's probably one of the best.
Tragic? Was he in a car accident?
Sad. No, he's perfectly healthy.
Was it a steroid overdose?
No, he is a.
Is he getting his stomach pumped?
Stomach pump for what? He's a big bodybuilder.
Steroid overdose.
There was that rumor in the 70s that Rod Stewart collapsed on stage and they pumped his stomach and there was like a gallon of semen in his stomach or something like that. I've always wanted to interview him and ask him, is that true? Did you really do that? Is that true?
How could it be a gallon? Where do you'd have to buy it.
Well, by the time it got to my junior high, it was a gallon. Wow. It might have been a few ounces, but by the time, like Tracy Nelson, whoever told me in my junior high, it was a gallon of semen.
All right.
And that was before eBay, too, so I don't know where
where are you going to pick that up?
He did a show and he ran off stage and there was so many male groupies that he sucked them all out. Well, he went down the line, there was like 100 of them, so he had a gallon of semen.
I think your jaw would go out of place before you got
Tracy
a gallon
Nelson didn't realize that when she told me the story. She just said it was a gallon and she was sticking to her story.
Well, she was probably like 11, 12, maybe she had.
No, we were like 13. We were about 13. Yeah, she had and I remember she had full feathered hair, and she had really super tight Sesame jeans. And I remember she had an earring in one ear that was a feather roach clip.
Fascinating recollection.
Wow.
I think he probably just raised horses. I mean, why
what
not
are you talking about?
Gross! The look on your face was precious.
No, he's a rock star. He just ran off stage, and all those groupies were standing there, and he sucked them all up. Why do you guys have to pull apart the story?
I was hoping you'd say pull off the story.
Why did you pull off the story? It was a wonderful story. It was an amazing story.
Excellent.
It was a wonderful story.
Perfect. Cool. You can't beat dead air, folks.
Let me think of other rumors from.
Well, hey, I actually have something for you.
Well, there was the Richard Gere hamster thing. Sorry.
What hamster thing? Go ahead.
Richard Gere and the hamster.
Oh, the Richard Gere and the hamster. You heard that, right?
When I was in
junior high.
Yeah. Someone told me. Tracy Nelson told me that he had a gallon of hamster in his ass.
I've been corrected. It was a gerbil. I'm sorry.
A gerbil, yes, a gerbil. I remember that. Wow. And then one generation was Rod Stewart with semen. One generation was Ozzy Osbourne with biting a bella, and then another generation was Richard Gere with the gerbil. We should get some junior high kids in here to find out what this generation's.
Oh no, I know what it is.
What
it's
is
Lindsay Lohan with coke in her pocket.
But she got arrested for that. That was on the news.
But that's true, Christian. That's
no. But now, when it came to my high school, it turned out to be like a bushel of coke strapped to her waist, as opposed to just an ounce.
Wait, you're in high school?
Well, I visit occasionally. Girls are hot.
Is that what your girlfriend is?
God, I wish I could go back to junior high school.
I'm not dating.
Wasn't junior high school a blast? It was a blast, man. We partied like it was tomorrow.
It was so much fun. I loved getting shoved inside a locker.
You got shoved inside a locker? We used to party in lockers. Jenny Barnett would bring...
Porty? The fuck is Porty?
Jenny Barnett would
bring...
She'd bring a gallon jug of vodka and a gallon jug of gin, and then this other girl, I forget her name, down the hallway, in her locker, she'd have, like, juice and stuff. So you'd take a swig of the vodka, and then you'd run and then take a juice shooter.
That sounds like
Wow, in high school you did
that?
Yeah,
in high school, yeah.
That sounds like Fear
10th
Factor
grade.
or something to me. It just
We'd
sounds
party, and then there was the girls' bathroom downstairs. For some reason, the teachers wouldn't go in there, so you'd go in there and have parties. And like Jackie Del Canto would have a joint, and she
would she be getting high doing the pot?
Oh, let me tell you this. This is what happened with Carol Henderson. Okay, one time we went to this party.
Oh my God,
Carol Henderson was the biggest slut. Every time we went to a party, she'd leave for a little bit. We couldn't find her. She'd come back and she would have slept with somebody. Didn't matter who. She'd meet some guy that minute and she'd sleep with him, right?
That's disgusting. Do you have her number?
No, listen to me. Wait, you're going to really want a number now. So, like, that happened, like, hundreds of times. We went to hundreds of parties, right? And then one time we went to this party, and we were looking for a looker, and there was time to leave, and then all she came out crying, and we're like, what's going on? She's like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just get in the car. So we get in the car. She's crying, hysterically, out of control. And these two other girls get in the back seat with her, and they're rubbing her back and everything. Not her breasts, her back and everything. And they're like, what's going on, Carol? Finally, they get her calmed down enough that she says this. She says... They're like, what is wrong? Why are you so upset? And she goes, he ate me out. And we all look at each other, and the girls, like, patting her back, were like, so? Like, wow. Obviously you've done that probably hundreds of times. She's like, I've never had oral sex before. She had sex with hundreds of guys, and that's what freaked her out, that some guy ate her out, and she was so upset she thought that she sinned. She had 3 abortions. We were in the 11th grade.
Oh, my God.
And that's what she was upset about.
Yeah,
so anyways, Carol and I have the same exact birthday. Carol Henderson. We have the same, and I haven't seen her in like 100 years. I went to high school. I went to junior high in the 50s, so I haven't seen her in like however long that is.
Yeah, someone who listens to the podcast is going to tell her definitely because it's everywhere.
Her kids are probably listening. They're going to tell her. Hey,
what are you talking about? Apparently, this abortion.
About her
thing.
grandkids, actually. Yeah. No, her what? You can have kids after like 13 abortions.
Yeah, I know.
She actually had a kid when we were seniors in high school.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's. Poor girl. Oh my
I don't
God.
think they let you do more than 3 or no.
Oh honey, this was the 50s. They didn't know.
No,
they
it's
didn't
not like you had a card that they would punch
to, like,
out like
register,
Subway.
Yeah.
Like after the after 9 abortions, the 10th one's free. No, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Well, excellent. That's a great trip down memory lane. The worst thing that ever happened to me. I don't think
in junior high school. You see, you didn't have a good time in junior high.
No, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't like a party guy or anything.
You got to
like
let
that.
go, baby. You got to let go and let God when you're in junior high and high school, and you just got to go frat. You got to go frat. What do you got to do, Christian? You got to what?
I have to go frat.
Yes,
that's what I have
exactly. To do. You partied in high school, huh, Crystal?
Somewhere between, I think, both of you there. In junior high, I had fun, with my friends. We didn't have fun in school per se, but we would go out on the weekends, and we'd go drink in the park and all that kind of stuff, wait around the liquor store for somebody to buy you alcohol, hide it in your newspaper bag.
Ooh, that reminds me of a good story. Keep going.
Bag?
Yeah, well, one of our friends he delivered newspapers.
So newspaper bag. I thought it was a bag made out of newspaper.
No, that wouldn't hold beer very well.
Okay.
And,
no, you know a better way to hide it? This is how we used to get really drunk in high school, especially. No, stupid.
Tips
Girls would have those what do you call it? Those brushes, and then it had like the. I
thought you were gonna say tampon.
The place where you could like in the shaft of the brush, you could unscrew it and you could put your hairspray in there.
Oh.
Well, instead there they put vodka in there, and then they started just emptying out everything they had in their purse, like shampoo bottles and everything and whatever. So they'd just be walking around, and like if the teacher ever looked in, they'd be like, "Oh, you have shampoo in your purse or whatever."
Oh,
like
you have a vibrator?
Cologne.
No, it's not a vibrator.
I remember
this one girl. In it.
I remember Loren. Do you remember Loren perfume by Polo? It was the big thing at the time. I remember this girl took it all. She washed it all out, and I remember drinking out of one of those in school in the hallway. We were just standing in the hallway drinking out of there.
Drunk at school?
What?
Oh,
Could you imagine?
Drunk at school all the time. That's the only way to go to public school.
Take it from my viewpoint as being the nerd that doesn't know anyone, doesn't know anything, and I'm watching all the the jock, the party people like standing over there in the corner drinking perfume. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't even want to be cool if that's what cool is. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't want to be
get
drinking
drunk?
polio in the hallway with Linda Henderson with the feathered
How
hair.
Linda Henderson?
Apparently, she's had 77,000 abortions.
Carol Henderson, bitch, keep it straight, okay? We're gonna get sued, okay?
All right. I'll just golf our.
Wait, you don't want to get drunk in high school? You don't want to go back in time to get drunk in high school and party and goof for it?
Not really. I mean, I'd like to get drunk now, but like, could you imagine the amount of? I mean, looking at the amount of brain cells I have right now,
But you can drink every weekend now, though.
What? Yeah, I know, because
but now David doesn't. See, he got it out
now
of
I
the
know. I got it out of my
in
system.
high school.
Let me tell you something. There is a saying that I made up that is true. I've either done it all or I've seen it all. And you cannot shock me, okay? Except for they shocked me in here when Mark drank Crystal's breast milk. But that's all. That's the last thing, and now I've seen it all. And
not
done
on
it all.
tap, for the record.
I was going to say, that really
tap.
made an interesting picture.
But also, Chandler did that on Friends with Carol's
that's
food,
hilarious.
with Ross's.
This is the TV recap with David. But no, I was actually thinking, how did you get him to? If it was on tap, like if it was, which was my first thought, what did you just put like a beer can over your teat and then? He was like,
She expressed the milk into a cup.
Shotgun!
I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you express the milk into a
Yes,
cup?
he's saying had Mark taken it from the tap,
Oh.
I would have had to disguise my breast as a beer bottle.
Oh, I get it. I'm
Sorry.
sorry, I massacred your
See,
joke.
that's
and I'm
why
really
I didn't do a lot
sorry.
of drinking in junior high.
So wait,
those brain cells are crucial now.
Well, see,
Hey, that's not funny.
I did drinking, but I drank after school. Not
After
during
school?
school hours.
No, the
We
fun
call that
thing is-
extracurricular.
I think I had to drink
the fun
away
thing
the
is-
day or
no,
something.
The fun thing is when Mr. Harper calls on you to keep it as cool as you can and be
Mr.
like,
Harper? Did
Mr.
you
Harper
go to
calls you and
Sesame
said,
Street
in,
High School?
Who's
no,
Mr. Harper?
our
that's
history
Hooper.
teacher.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
hello.
That's right. No, I got you.
And he calls on you in class, and then he turns around and does something at board, and then your friends go, "My God, you're so wasted! I can't believe Mr. Harper can't tell." And then he turns back around, and you're like, "Dude, maintain, maintain,
Dude, you have to
dude, maintain." And you're just kind of looking and like, and you're obviously drunk and wasted in school, and the teachers never do nothing because you're gonna cut them if
See,
they do.
that's how I went home
Broken beer
every
bottle.
night.
Yeah, see, that's good too. Yeah,
Mom's there. You're like, maintain.
maintain. Are your
Breathe
parents,
through the nose.
Were your parents so
Breathe through
stupid?
the
They were so stupid. You had fucked and sucked and drank and shut up all night long, and you come home and they're like, "How'd you have a good night?" You're like, "Yeah, maintain. Yeah, it was really cool. I gotta go to bed." And like they have no clue at all.
My parents
Yeah.
were brilliant
I
because
don't know.
They
I'd come home at like 6:30 at night, and then they'd be all like, "Wow, you were playing D&D again," and I'd be like, "Damn, how did they know?" Meanwhile, I'm carrying a bag of dice, and I have like a mail plate armor thing on my head, and they're like, "Yeah, well, that was really rough." So, anyways,
Did you guys drink during D&D?
Yeah, totally. We had
Pepsi.
Tang. Yeah, I was gonna say. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not into drinking or anything, but I'm just into being a rebel, and that's what I am. I'm a rebel.
Rebel without a clue. Yeah.
So like, if they say don't drink, I'm a drink. But now I don't drink because I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they say, go ahead, drink.
No,
Yeah, they're
it's-
like,
They're
you're an
like, drink
adult.
up.
You're 400 years old. Drink whatever you want. We don't care.
Yeah, whatever. I do what I want. Yeah.
I do what I want, bitch.
All right,
In
excellent.
school, like that. Didn't you, Peter? I'm sure.
Wow.
Did you go to producer Peter? You went to a public school, right? Correct.
He
You went everywhere, and you were, I'm sure, got
but
drunk
he's on,
many times in
he's
school,
on,
right?
He's on private school when it comes to public school, private school.
No,
Did you graduate from public school or private school?
private. My school
Private,
got
he
out
said.
at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
So we just go drink
nice.
are
then.
you kidding me?
Nice. No, but it's more fun to drink when teachers can catch you or the principals can catch you and be like, "Fuck you, Mr. Harper. You can go to fucking hell. Fuck you," like that kind of
That
shit.
does sound like fun.
Doesn't it?
It does.
So you
I
want to go
have to
back in
say.
time and do that?
I
do.
totally
But
do.
I would skip. I mean, sometimes you just skip class and then you just hang
Oh
out
my
and do
god,
whatever.
skipping class is the best.
I have,
I didn't skip class until 12th grade.
I
though.
have never
What?
in my life skipped class.
What?
Except when I was in middle school, my mom would let me stay home.
Oh my
Like
god.
if I was like, oh, I had a big project and it's due today, and I totally didn't do it.
oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
She'd
no,
be
my
like,
mom wouldn't.
she'd
My
be
mom
like,
wouldn't.
okay, you
That
can stay
fucking
home
bitch.
if
You
you
can stay home.
if
Here's
you-
some pot.
if you work on the project all day. And I
Really?
Yeah. hmm
My mom sucks.
My
mom,
mom-
that
my
bitch.
does.
My mom would
Whoa!
also pick me up when I was a teenager. Pick me up at 3 a.m. from the bar and drive me home.
What
So,
a nice
my
one.
mom
See,
was awesome.
She was a good mom. She
Yeah,
was
she was.
mothering, not like my bitch of a mom who's like,
Well,
"You're
she-
going to
she
school. You're
didn't
going to
want
face
me-
the consequences."
She knew
Fuck
I was-
you bitch.
She knew I was out drinking, and she'd prefer that she picked me up and knew that I got home safely than
We call
me
that-
riding the bus.
We call that liberal in America.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
Liberal. No, we call it liberal in America.
Well, that's interesting. Speaking of liberal, I actually wanted to bring up something that I have. I actually have a special report regarding
On what?
World of Warcraft.
no.
Wow! I want to log on right now.
Here's Christian with the WoW report.
I have actually some very, very famous people, which I'm sure that's a new term to you. famous. I'm sure you've heard
no,
of that
it's
before.
Not. But I'm excited for you because you're so excited.
I'm
Christian is
shaking.
very
Yes,
excited. I know he's
yes.
shaking.
Right
You
now.
guys, Christian is
Outstanding.
shaking as if I would be talking to the Olsen twins. That's
He-
how excited he
Oh,
is.
wow.
He actually threw up in my car on the way over here.
He did?
I'm bulimic.
Oh.
I'm bulimic.
If I could give you a hug right now, I would.
No, you're scrawny.
Oh, that's Sweet. Well,
maybe he's scrawny because he's bulimic.
There are
Yeah. So why are you so excited, Christian?
because I have some people who are basically backyard fame. These are people that I knew from I guess you would say from grassroots level who just became famous. That's McHeath and Drewby. They made a comedy video called The Grind. They actually made a series. And they made a submission just recently that went to BlizzCon and won for Best Comedy title, beating out Mind Flame with their Illegal Danish who won last year. Beating out. Totally. It's a competition,
Suck
man.
it,
Tooth
Mind
and nail.
Flame.
You've never seen... You play PvP. You know how nerds fight.
Awesome.
Come
I can't
on.
wait to hear this.
Cool.
Before we continue on, I just want to make it known that we're not kidding. Christian really is really upset and excited.
He can't even sit still.
So as you're listening to this is like someone really talking to someone that he's interviewing someone that is very like... As you're listening to this, picture someone
we
you
get
could
it.
talk
Yeah.
to that you'd be excited. Anyways, go ahead, Christian.
All right. Well,
That explanation totally
I
explained
think they're on
everything.
hold,
Thank
David.
you.
So
Yeah.
can
No,
we
I'm
just
talking
wrap
about the
that
people
a
out
little
in
bit?
podcast land that are listening to this. All of our
I think
millions
they
of
understand.
fans.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
well, fortunately, I think we do have them on hold, and so they can hear this your loud mouth just rambling on.
I
and
have
on
loud
and on.
mouth.
Okay.
It's all about you, isn't it? All right. Well, hey.
No, take it away, Christian.
Hey, Drew and Mac, you guys there?
I am here.
Excellent.
I am as well.
All right.
Yay.
Hey, guys. How's it
Now,
going?
hold on.
Which one's which?
Shut up. That was my fucking question.
Like, they know who we are? Yeah, they can't even tell.
All right, really fast. This is David.
This is Crystal. You're being pointed at, Christian.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at Mark.
Oh my
They
goodness.
know who I am.
But they don't know our voices. Oh, God. All right, forget it. Take it away, Christian. You just do everything. I'm going to sit here and shut up.
All right.
Go.
Remember that
Fantastic.
time that we did that interview?
Okay, go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Christian's floor. Go.
Well, guys, welcome to the podcast. Congratulations on your video. That's excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys kind of excited? Are you kind of in the afterglow of winning and everything like that?
It's not an afterglow yet. It's sort of a present glow.
Oh, yeah.
I could expect that. Yeah, no, totally. It's just gonna get bigger and better from here. I could only presume, because just like the grind, each of those videos, as I was watching them, they got better and better and better. I remember I was talking to you, Drew, and no offense, Mac, but he said, yeah, episode 0 sucks compared to the 1 and 2. He's like, yeah, sorry. So, no, I didn't mean to out anyone there or anything like that, but no, I totally saw what you meant. So, what are your thoughts as far as the third one? Is that the best video so far?
Well, it depends what you're referring to as the third one. You mean the BlizzCon submission, I assume?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I mean.
Yes.
The one for that one.
Okay.
For
Well, I have to agree. I think episode 2 sucks in comparison. I think its glory is transcendent and unparalleled.
Wow, that's an epic term.
Unparalleled within your videos or unparalleled in videos worldwide?
And I just came up with that just now. I can toss those off all night.
You can toss off, dude.
Yeah, I know. I just totally laughed about that.
Yeah, dude, toss off.
Yeah, unfortunately you've got 2 illiterates in the studio, and I'm one of them, so that was pretty funny.
The two words transcendent and parallel. Really had to think about those for a second.
No,
Yeah.
it was as far as like where you got your inspiration for them. I know some of those are just straight out of. I mean, obviously just straight out of WoW scenarios and things like that. But some of the stuff is just. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, you realize that, right? Some of it's just like off the wall, just crazy, and it's funny and stuff like that. But who is the main inspiration as far as your writer?
Well, life, I guess. I'll be sitting at lunch with some guys, and we'll be talking about ideas for a restaurant and how funny it would be if pizza came down from ceiling on little elevators, and I'll laugh my ass off for a few hours over that, and then it'll work its way into a script.
All right.
Nice.
I could see that. All right, not too bad.
I have a really screwed up life. All right, so if any of the little non sequitur like cut to a guy standing on his head in a bowl of Jello or something with the little side scenes seem ridiculous to you, well, just know that I lived through this. Okay.
No,
that's part of my life.
I can understand. I can understand. No, that's. I could only hope to live a life like that where people stood in Jello on their heads.
You know what I've realized about WoW? Is that while playing it, I lose track of time and my beer becomes cold in the freezer.
It doesn't explode?
No.
No, see that.
You're not that addicted then.
Wow. My freezer's not that cold.
Oh, okay.
Well, for
check on your vegetables and such in there then.
It's cool.
check out the CRISPR.
Yeah.
Make sure they're not forming like a little civilization in there or anything.
That's actually acceptable that there's a civilization in there.
yeah, he can deal with that.
You're the ruler of
I
the
feed,
civilization.
I feed them beer. I'm the god. Beer rains from the heavens.
Well, they call it liquid bread. So
No, that's true. It's
manna from the heavens, literally.
it's all about yeast. I know. I totally agree. Ask all my ex-girlfriends. So
Wow.
All of them.
I actually had a question.
That's a little low, Christian.
Oh, we couldn't move past that? Oh, God.
All right, just for Christian's sake for today, let's move past it and go, Christian. Ready? Go.
Yeah. As far as this is actually a question for Mac. Like, as far as your background in video and stuff like that, you did an excellent job. It's just about everyone I've shown the video to said that, and obviously fans agree that it's, excellent video quality. And,
Much better than Superface's video quality.
Our producer does amateur WoW video. Don't worry, he'll be up in the ranks of the grind one of these days. But what kind of experience do you have with it, or is that just something you did on your free time?
Well, no experience at all with video editing. I mean, it's been very much a learning experience as we go along. And when some of the earlier videos are referred to as a test bed, well, that's literal. I mean, we're not kidding around. That's we're all learning what we're doing, which is why I guess I think the videos are getting better as we go because we're learning what the hell we're doing. So some of the earlier ones kind of suck.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Very cool. No,
I'm surprised because I thought they were professionally edited.
Yeah. I mean, the first one.
You're blowing smoke up my ass.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God, and I'm a professional editor.
Well, now he's blowing smoke up your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that.
But
that
they
was
did
also-
look good. Yeah.
Yeah, they did look good. Some of the cuts were amazing. I thought it was the game that did those cuts, and all the WoW people yelled at me and said, "No, they did it." So I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
All the WoW people.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people who play
We
WoW.
actually
Supposed to
found out
be-
that another entry into the BlizzCon contest, we were looking through their page, and we've been talking to these people. They make we share them a series as well called Snacky Journal, which is funny as well. But we found out from their website that their lead creator and editor is actually, she was the director of the Tigger movie for Disney, and has done a bunch of TV shows and movies and stuff like that.
Wow, and you kicked their ass. Suck it,
Wow.
Tigger.
I think I read somewhere that she was going to on IMDb. She's got an entry on IMDb.
Holy
And she was going to direct something else in like 2006. What was it? It was like freaking the Inspector Gadget movie or something. I don't know. But and she parted ways with the studio over the crappy script, I think is what it said.
Wow.
So
Well, at least she's got her dignity.
I have to say I'm impressed at anyone that would leave Disney over something like that. So she's got miles and miles on us.
Yeah, well,
Wow. And you kicked her ass, right?
yeah.
Say it. I kicked her ass. Say it.
Can you say "suck it, Tigger"?
No.
for me? Say
You know what? We don't. And I heard you mention Mind Flame in the intro too. And I want to make this clear. We don't know whose ass we kicked, to what extent, in which category. As far as I'm concerned, we haven't kicked any ass. We don't know who's won what, who's placed where, who even entered. For all I know, Mind Flame didn't even enter the contest.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All
Wow. Very humble words from a winner.
No, it truly is. It truly is humble words. But
But if there's one word people have used to describe me over the years, it's humble.
Humble.
excellent. Glad
If there's
to-
one word people use to describe me, I think it would be jerk.
I was thinking drunk.
I was thinking
Drunk
angry.
is good. Angry.
Yeah.
Drunk. They both
Mean.
ended
All
K.
right.
I've heard
Right.
of mean.
You know, I was exaggerating when I said humble, but the word does have the same number of syllables. So
Excellent.
Wait.
See, that's the kind of math we deal in right there. That's perfect.
Wait, I'm still trying to figure
asshole.
it out.
Yeah.
Humble.
It
humble.
works.
I don't know. I don't get it. Forget
So
it.
I had just a kind of a personal question for you guys. Like, have you guys ever toyed with the idea of?
Oh yeah, dude, this is getting beefy.
Wow. Have you guys ever toyed with the idea of quitting WoW?
quitting?
What did you say?
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is your fucking problem?
Wait. So you wanted to have a real life in reality or no?
No. I just want to stay in bed. That's what I want to do.
I understand.
But can't you play WoW in bed?
You
It's
can.
true.
Laptop.
Well, yeah, but you know what? That burns calories, and I'm not interested in burning calories. I just want to lie in bed and absorb as much
but with the right
food as I can.
Nice.
I fully respect that.
Food.
I think Mac and I have actually both at different times canceled our accounts with WoW, and I think really, I mean, Mac, you do some PvP, but you pretty much cut back to just doing the grind is the only reason you keep your account on, right?
Well, at the moment, you are correct. Yes, I sign on like maybe once a week for PvP, but aside from that, it's just signing on to cap stuff for the grind. And there was a period that I canceled my account for, I don't know, 3-4 months, and then came back.
Wow.
Actually, that delayed episode 0. We had everything filmed for episode 0 of the grind, like in summer of 2006 or like September or something, and then everyone was all excited to get it all edited together, and then I quit the game for like 3 months, so I'm kind of a dick.
Oh, that's all right.
Wow.
We've got a few in the studio, too, so we'll get along.
Yeah, brother.
Are you guys like...
quitters in the studio.
But wait, are you
a
guys...
quitter.
Are you guys like other WoW people that at one time or another the game actually took over your life?
I'm sorry?
Are you like most other WoW players that the game at one time or another took over your whole life?
I'll let Drew answer that one.
For me, it did for a little while there. I'm married, and my wife was very unhappy with my amount of playtime, and I cut back a little. I'm actually the guild that we're Oblivious Films is the name of our little filming group there.
Mm-hmm.
That's from our guild in game, Oblivious, and I'm the GM of it. Still the GM, but now I'm more of a figurehead and let everybody else do all the work.
All right.
But for a while there, when I was trying to make that work, and we started 40-man raids, and I pretty much lived on the game. If I wasn't at work or sleeping, I was on there.
Wow. So
when we started running Molten Core, Drewby, I gotta share this. Had like a 6-foot by 6-foot map of Molten Core all blown up at Kinko's and laminated that he would draw on. He had that sitting there whenever we would raid Molten Core. So
oh my God!
I have to say, it definitely absorbed Drewby's life.
That's great, Drew. That'd go great with my Star Wars poster that I have. So
I'm not sure what you just said.
That's kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
I put the MC map on a disc and went to Kinko's because I thought this is going to be genius. I'm going to take this to Kinko's, blow it up, get it laminated, then for the timers on the mobs, because they respawn and they'll attack you when you're not paying attention. I'll have this so I can keep track of where we are, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I go into Kinko's. I'm all proud of my idea. I hand the disc to this attractive lady behind the counter.
Oh.
She takes the disc, brings it up, and says, "Wow, what is this? Is this a piece of modern art or something?" I'm like, "No, actually, it's a dungeon map for a video game I play online with friends I've never met in real life."
Oh wow, man.
That's when you lie.
Yeah.
You're lucky you're married, man.
He lost his chance there.
Yeah, tell me about it. Wow.
I think you're giving Peter ideas, actually.
Yeah.
A little concerned.
Our producer Peter's going to start putting tattoos of WoW on himself and trying to hit on ladies with that. So, but
let me tell you what's up.
Have you guys, hey lady, have you heard of World of Warcraft? No. Well, I'm level. Oh, did you say no?
Yeah, there you go.
It works.
Yeah. You have you been following me around? Because how did you know? Yeah, that's pretty much about every conversation I have with women. So
You're a liar, Christian.
The funniest
liar.
The funniest part of all that is I do not play WoW, and it was kind of like you were speaking French. Like I picked up things here and there, but I didn't understand everything you said, actually.
Which is awesome.
So wait, you pick up French a little bit?
Yeah, I can understand a little French, just like I can understand a little WoW.
That's really weird, dude.
He also speaks a little drunk. It's working well.
There's a coworker of mine who also plays World of Warcraft, and he and I occasionally have conversations about it while everyone else at the table at lunch is completely mystified and just listening.
Yeah.
And our manager picked up on one of the phrases we were using, and he uses it to this day, and it's like aggro on the skull. That's the phrase, and he'll whip that one out in meetings, and he'll be bitching us out for not getting something done. He'll be all like, aggro on the skull, guys, come on.
Excellent.
I wish you could see Christian's face. He's cracking up right now. You really touched a nerve.
I think that's hilarious. I think it's great because he has no idea what it means, correct? It's like when I see people talking NASCAR, and I just zone out because I don't know. I'll just be like... And then I'll chime in and say Jeff Gordon, and then shut up. And then, I can totally see his point.
Don't they give you dirty looks because they're mad at Jeff Gordon right now?
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah,
See,
I don't know why,
NASCAR.
but they are.
Oh, I'll go over that in the sports report.
Okay, good.
It's cool. I've got it all planned out.
Wait, I have a question. Shut up. I have a question for the WoW people.
I was done talking.
Why is a dwarf priest funny? Why is that funny?
Are you kidding me?
I have no idea.
You're asking about humor. We have to explain humor. You know?
No, because when we were watching it, when I was watching it with our podcast crew, they were cracking up when you guys said dwarf priest, and I didn't understand it. Like every time they said dwarf priest, they would crack up.
Well, it's not every
No,
time.
I can't explain that because it's actually not all that funny.
Yeah.
Oh, why were they cracking up then? You had them rolling on the floor.
They're just easy to amuse.
All right, forget that question. And then my next question
it's the same reason why like gnomes can be amusing, like midgets and dwarves, and like in real life, these kind of things that can be amusing. You just toss a midget in a music video.
Gnomes
yeah,
in real
okay, I
life?
get it.
Yeah, there are gnomes in real life. They wear the big caps. They're.
So you just toss a midget or a fat lady into it, and you,
Haven't
or an Asian, and you crack up.
Haven't you
Funny,
seen
I
Trapped
got
in the
it.
Closet with R. Kelly?
Yeah,
Just toss
and there's a
midget.
midget.
Right
I get it.
Oh
Okay, my next question. What's the appeal for a boy to have a female character? What's the appeal in that?
You know, I've heard two explanations for that.
Mm-hmm.
One is plausible but threatening in its plausibility. I mean, the fact that this is a real reason to play a female character, to have a female avatar, it's distressing to me.
Okay.
And that is that if you play a female character and you just frickin' stand around, guys will come up and like give you stuff because they want to court you. They want to impress you with how incredibly generous they are and what terrific magnanimous personalities they have. And maybe you'll date them. Maybe you'll become their e-girlfriend. So
Online
that's
dating.
one reason to play a girl character.
True.
People just give you free stuff all the time.
That's
true.
unbelievable.
The other reason, which is slightly less distressing, but only slightly so, is that if you're going to play a character for hundreds and hundreds of hours, and you're going to be staring at its ass that whole time, it may as well be an attractive female ass, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true, and that's why I presume that anyone who
really cover gnomes and dwarves so much.
Like Ninja, he plays a frickin' dwarf female, and that's like the least attractive female in the game.
That's
except for maybe
so that brings
an orc or something.
which is really unattractive.
That brings up an interesting byproduct of that then. So would you say then that there's a control factor? Like you're able to control a woman for that amount of time that you would never have the chance to talk to?
You know, I think I would find that arousing.
Awesome.
Being part of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Christian, do you
He's
find that
freaky,
at all?
And his wife, I mean, she's got him wrapped around her little finger.
Really?
He can't do a damn thing without her approval. So, and I'm talking out of my ass right now. He's probably going to kick me.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear that. That'll be our second podcast, the repercussions
Nice.
afterwards.
That's awesome. We have truthful people on the line.
It's good. It was brutally honest too, because as you know, my first selection for a character was a female human, and I now currently play a female blood elf. So yeah, either I'm trying to just cyber with hot dudes online, or I just like staring at curvy pixels. So
Couldn't it be?
either way?
Could it be all of those?
Yeah, it could.
Combined in
Maybe
one?
I like staring at hot curvy man pixels.
And you like controlling women while controlling men with the women that you're controlling.
Yeah, see, that's a
Wow.
Mobius strip I can't even delve into.
Do you guys ever find that, Mac and
Well, I'm blown
Drew?
away. I mean, that's deep.
Yeah, it's really deep, and I haven't had enough beer.
Yeah, you're assuming we followed that.
Yeah, that's
This is-
ridiculous. But,
I think I just realized we started the podcast.
yeah.
Shut up, Mark.
Hey guys, I'd like to introduce you to Mark. He plays a warlock. You probably know it. Doesn't require much skill. Just mash buttons with your face while drinking beer. So yeah,
One hand mashing.
one hand mashing, the other one drinking. All right.
Wait, I have one other comment. I saw one of the grind videos on my own, and I found it really sad actually. And
Was it Grindhouse that you saw, perhaps?
no, it was one of their videos that
The
what's his name
Grind.
gave me a link to. It was one where they killed a dragon.
It's episode 0 when they kill. I think it's
Yeah,
Razor.
and I
Gore
thought it was
in
really
BWL.
sad.
He felt bad for the pretty dragon.
Well, I've always wanted to see a dragon, and here I can't even go see it. It's
But-
dead now. And I read recently that a dragon saved Harry Potter's life. And now they went. It could have been the same dragon, and now it's just.
You're such
it
a
doesn't make
fucking
any
dork,
sense.
dude.
What are you talking about?
Such a fucking geek.
What do you mean?
Get out of here.
Well, Christian made a point that that dragon regenerates every hour or so.
What do you mean?
So
What?
It comes back to life. You
So I can go
see
to
it
that cave
again.
and see the dragon?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
All right. Well then.
Well, and I should point out as a matter of plot point here, though, the whole storyline of the grind is that we can't kill the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
Oh.
talking about 0. I think he's talking about episode 0, not with Anixia. I think he's talking
Kill
about.
the dragon in Zero?
Yeah, you killed Razor Gore, I think. See the name.
And where was that? Where did they kill it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you
Richard
wait?
and,
Tell me one thing.
National
Have you
Guard
guys
does. Yeah.
have you guys
God,
seen
I
the
thought
video?
I thought he was talking about some other video this whole time. I'm like, okay, yeah, just be polite and talk.
Ignore him. Yeah.
No, I saw it. It was your video. And
It's like our podcast. They just do it and then they put it out there. You don't listen to it or watch it again.
Yeah, I was gonna. You guys haven't even seen episode 0. That's why it sucks so much. You're like, yeah, we didn't really care to watch it. So.
All right, so this is what I want.
fast forward to the miniature gnomes in a can.
I
thing, 'cause
love
that's the only
that.
part I giggle at.
I love that. I think that's awesome. It was also Sorry.
Can you tell people where to see the videos? Like for those of us who don't know?
WarcraftMovies.com is one place you can go, but it's kind of hard to find them there.
Okay.
Another you can go is Mindflame.com. We've actually got a little bit of a partnership with them right now, and they're
Nice.
hosting almost all of our videos. They actually don't have episode 0 up yet. We've got to upload that to stage6.divx.com. They've got a really nice streaming application that you can embed, and that's what they use at mindflame.com. But they've got all our other videos, just not that one.
Nice.
What about YouTube?
MYNDFLAME.com.
Is it
Okay.
It has a Y, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah, M-Y.
MYND.
MYND. Yep, that's how they spell mine.
MYND.
Mindflame.
What about YouTube?
You know, YouTube is pretty strict about length of videos now. They didn't used to be, but now it's like if your video's over 10 minutes, just forget it. You can't get it on there at all. They won't make any exceptions.
I know.
Not even if you register and pay them. So
I know. I can't get my
we can't
pirated
put our
movies.
movies on YouTube. They're on Google, but again, kind of hard to find there. So
Okay.
Okay.
probably the best quality, pretty bad too.
Okay.
They do horror. Yeah, it's there are direct download links, or another place I guess you could go is oblivious-films.com, and just from there you can actually that's a great place to go. Hey, why didn't I think of that first?
Oh, right,
Go to
that's
oblivious-films.com,
All right.
and there's a link to our page on Warcraft Movies and our page on Mindflame, and then there's also a link to our forums, so you can come and harass us.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Nice.
Excellent. I'd love to harass you guys. I got so many questions. So, but
Well, ask them right now. Ready? Go.
well, one of my other questions.
I'm sorry, no more questions.
Oh, God damn it!
Oh man, see, I told you to go. When I said go, you got to go.
I should have done it when I had the
Oh
chance.
man.
Absolutely. So my next question was how long
Oh, he's gonna ask it
did
anyway.
it take to put this through? I don't care. I don't care if you guys are running out of time. If you got to go, I know Drew's married. I don't care.
All right, ask it. Go.
If putting an episode together from scratch, how long does that take? I mean, you were talking about. I mean, episode 0, you had a little bit of a hiatus in between, but what's that take? Like, in terms of man hours, because you have to. I mean, getting all those gnomes
2 million.
into a can and then out of them. I don't know how many times you could have done that, but that was like how long.
They don't like that. I mean, they don't like being forced into a can, and they especially don't like popping out because they're embarrassed by the noise it makes. But so that did take a while. But other than that, episode 0 was pretty painless.
Oh, really?
I don't know. What are you talking about? You talking about like the whole thing, like writing the script, capping the footage, getting dialogue recorded? And
Yeah,
edited
from
together,
beginning to end.
and
How long?
then editing the video.
You got it.
The
Everything.
whole
Like
thing, or just one segment? Of it?
I'm talking about the whole thing, as far as man hours,
One.
because I know the people involved in it. I mean, I know you and Drew play, the main parts, but then there's all the extras, getting those guys gathered together, getting them, on Vent or on TeamSpeak and get them together. I can't even get people to do a 10-man raid to UBRS anymore, so I don't even know what it's like.
Speaking of, I think when people watch episode 1, the thing that a lot of people have said that they're most impressed with about episode 1 is the fact that we got so many people together and they were all willing to wipe on Anixia multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, how did you do that? How did you get a group for Anixia?
Yeah, you just get a guild that sucks. It works perfectly. You just get a guild that they can't beat them anyway, so you're good. All right, cool. That was pretty much.
So I didn't actually answer the question. How long does it take?
Yeah.
And how hard is it to get everyone together? That's actually pretty easy because I think the other guys, they're all, we're all friends, and they're also, they feel kind of bad that I'm doing so much of the work. I mean, I enjoy it, but I really am doing like 95% of the work.
Yeah.
And they feel bad about that. So, to their credit, they make themselves available whenever they're needed to record a line or be online to cap some footage. They do their best to be flexible and accommodate whatever the needs of the video are. So that's actually great.
That's cool. Yeah, I remember seeing that because I failed to mention, but yeah, I started out on Malagos, and it's just really cool to also see the fact that there's actual community there. It may just not be a community; it may just be people who are bored out of their minds grinding, and they just want to go help you out or whatever. But it's kind of cool to see them come together for that kind of stuff. I think it's
basically I used my head of our guild thing to our advantage there, and just basically said we're doing an Exodus show up.
Okay.
We might list your name in the credits.
And
it worked. So it was all actually. I think that scene was actually all Oblivious members.
Oh wow, very cool. All right, well then
what else we did that's impressive is in episode 2 there's that scene with like a big Night Elf raid and a big Tauren raid. There's like 15, 20 people on both sides.
Yeah. And
they're all like perfectly lined up, and they're all following instructions. Okay, run from point A to point B. Okay, now go back to point A because you fucked it up. We'll do it again. And there's this whole long scene with these 2 big raids, and it took remarkably little time to get all those people organized and put together. And I got to give Drewby credit for doing that because I pretty much washed my hands of the whole thing. I didn't want to be responsible for it. I just let him do it, and he did a good job.
Awesome.
I whore myself for favors, basically.
That's great. Believe me. Wow. We should hang out in person. That's excellent. Good. I like that.
You're going to fly to where he is?
Yeah. Well, that's cool because that, as gay as it sounds, it really turned into movie magic. And, obviously the success of your standalone, the Halloween, the one that you submitted to BlizzCon is, it's outstanding. So that's it just really shines. So, that's very cool.
Very awesome. Yeah, I have one more question before I get signed off. Christian's longest time playing, his worst World of Warcraft experience was 36 hours straight. What is each of your longest playing time? Your longest.
God, that's embarrassing.
Binges.
You had to tell him that.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
And that was over Christmas, too. But anyways.
Oh, you motherfucker. You motherfucker.
So what is your 2 worst?
Well, long as I think I can remember mine. Mine was I had no intention of buying the game. I didn't follow the development at all. I had 2 friends who were going to play it, and they talked it up so much. They were in beta and everything, and they talked that. I went to Target on my way to work the day the game came out. It was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and I picked it up at 8, and I stared at it on my desk until noon, and I finally couldn't take it. Went home, installed it, and I played probably straight through for probably close to 36 hours.
Wow.
So I'm probably pretty close to Scotty's number there.
God
nice.
damn.
Nerd.
I feel so much better. I feel so much better about myself.
I, on the other hand, have never played that kind of. I mean, maybe like 8 hours tops. Like, and that's like on the really, really long end for me.
Talk about a dilettante. Wow.
How'd you do that? Yeah, well, you're just a guy that screws around then. Wait, what's 36 divided by 8? Does anybody know?
36 divided by 8, that's 4.5, man. You got to do your math.
Yeah.
Wow,
totally.
you guys are you're 4.5. You're 4.5 the time. Forget it. Go ahead.
We can't even do the math anymore.
What?
But that's it's just funny to see that that even though you guys were thinking about quitting and
Don't
Mac
quit.
doesn't play that much. The fact that it turned into something this big, you know what I mean? Whereas like I remember when Illegal Danish came out, it was huge. It was like almost like Leroy Jenkins, you know what I mean? It was just everywhere, and which is where I expect your video to be. I mean, I would think as long as Drewby's promoting it because he's a great promoter. He whores himself out, and it just works. So excellent.
I do my best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do.
Nice.
I don't see myself, uninstalling the game permanently anytime soon. Now that this grind thing has taken off.
Yeah.
I may not play much. I may be in and out over the course of the months, but I'm going to have to continue to pay for my subscription because this grind thing is just too much fun to put together.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, great guys. Well, I really did want to thank you very much for coming on. I really want to congratulate you.
Yeah,
it's
thanks.
awesome.
Come back
Thank you.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. If later on when you become famous, if there's if you want to step on our heads again, on your climb to the top, feel free. We're here. We just like you, whore ourselves out. So. But I really enjoy the grind, and I look forward to more episodes of it, and especially that knowing that it's from Malagos gives me some sense of pride. It's gay, but still.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. It was a lot of fun.
I'd like to say something actually.
Oh
No,
God!
come on, Marc. Don't say anything.
All I want to say is that My whole purpose in being here for this interview was to like slam you guys and make you guys look like idiots and stuff. But I'm a little drunk, and Scrawny was so happy to like talk to you guys.
But don't you like them now?
He's so in love with everything going on with you guys that shut up. Let me finish. That I couldn't hurt him, and I just didn't want to ruin it, and I think I'm done. I think that's.
But
listening
to them, didn't you think they were gentlemen and they sound really cool, and you couldn't do it also because of that?
He doesn't have that kind of morality, David.
I don't care.
That doesn't even factor in. It doesn't even factor in on his side.
Well, somehow you guys charmed him somehow, some roundabout way.
I promise that I, at least, and probably several members of the cast will at some point make an effort to come back when you are sober, so you can destroy us.
You know,
good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
He will have to have been in a coma for 48 hours to be sober. Like people will have to physically restrain him from drinking alcohol. But still, I will have you on speed dial. So if you're ready, we can get a commuter flight out here and get you here. So. But anyways, yeah. That's nice. By the way, that's Marc. He plays on a PvP server and it's horde only. So
that must be why he's drunk.
You got it. You got it.
I drink in PvP and lose.
No,
yeah.
to his defense, he was drunk long before World of Warcraft came out.
Yeah, that's very true. Tell me about it. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I didn't mean to take any more of your time, but it was great to have you guys on, and I look forward to more success and more episodes of The Grind.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys, for having us.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a great night.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Christian, that was one of your goals. How do you feel? How are you doing?
That was awesome. That really puts me on my road to E-Fame. So that's excellent.
Oh, this is what's going on. Oh.
No.
What are you going to do for E-Fame?
Nothing. What, are you kidding me?
Are you going to do a video too?
I have that website where I take off my pants.
Are you going to do a video too?
No, I'm not going to. No, seeing the stuff that's out there, there's no way that I could do anything like that.
Actually, if you go to davidmonster.com, there's a movie that you starred in.
I know.
And actually, last week, someone complimented you and me on it, saying it was really good and the guy was funny and all this stuff. And he kind of thought you were kind of like everybody go to it. It's davidmonster.com, and I don't know, you click on short films or something like that, and it's called Dude, What the Fuck?
Yeah.
You're Cheating Hard or something
You're
like that.
You're cheating hard, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But if you're listening
thought that you were kind of like a tough guy. Like, is he kind of a tough guy?
Wow,
like, yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's a very tough guy.
Wouldn't
you describe him as a tough guy, Crystal?
Yeah,
You're
totally.
physically afraid of him,
It's
right?
actually the first thing I think of when I look at Christian.
Tough guy.
To do anything. Tough to
I think a
get
fat
his ass.
guy.
Yeah. That's what I think about. Have you ever heard me?
You need to lose weight, Christian.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I really need to start.
He's not just fat; he's Paris Hilton fat. Okay, let me tell you, he is
Butterface. I can't believe it's not Butterface. Like, disgusting.
You think she has a supermassive Butterface?
Absolutely. Didn't I tell you that? That's where
I
you
do
got that
too.
from.
I think she has a Butterface, but since watching Simple Life, I kind of love her a little bit because she's kind of funny, actually.
Okay, I don't like Paris Hilton much.
Watch Simple Life, and I think you will like her.
Okay. Well, I don't mean to break any new ground with you, but I have seen the Simple Life season 1 and 2. So.
And you hate it?
Yeah, I dislike it very much. It makes me want to strangle both of those women and bash their heads in and crush them.
It makes me want to party with them in my locker, in my junior high.
With what was that girl's name? Carol Harrison? I totally forgot.
Henderson.
Whatever. Harrison.
Harold Henderson.
George Harrison's daughter. Or mother. I don't know. But
I don't know. And we found out later she had a lesbian experience even by that time.
Oh, forget that.
She had not?
She had a lesbian experience by that time, yeah.
Well, didn't you say she had sex with like 100 guys?
Yeah, and she had a lesbian experience and just getting eaten out. She thought she was going to go to hell.
At 100 guys, you're bound to have had a lesbian experience.
Yeah, you know what? Every
like,
promiscuous person I've ever known of any orientation, like a guy that's even really gay, when they're really promiscuous, they dabble into girls. Or like a guy who's had tons of chicks, he dabbles into guys. When they're really promiscuous, every single really promiscuous person I've known has always dabbled the other way. Always.
It's the same thing with me. It's like when I go to lunch every single fucking day. It's like the same thing. All right, I'm going to mix it up and try sushi. That's not even a pun. Yeah. It's just, you change it up. You go,
So you're supporting my argument then?
Yeah.
I agree too. I think, and you've tried so much of something. Finally, you want to try something different,
And
you've gone road trips all across North America. You're finally going to go to Europe.
Yeah, you might want to drive down south, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah.
Totally.
Maybe a little Mexico action.
Speaking of which, you guys want me to tell you one more junior high tale that happened?
Yes. I mean, whatever the general consensus is.
I come off kind of bad in it. If you guys want to hear
awesome. Do it. Dish
the
dirt.
All right. So this girl Betsy Johnson. No, not Betsy Johnson. That's a famous designer. Betsy.
Right.
Oh God, Betsy Martin.
Jimmy Choo.
Betsy Martin and Jenny Barnett. Okay, Betsy Martin and Jenny Barnett. They were best friends, and Betsy Martin had a crush on me. And we went driving one night to Porty's. So I guess it was high school at that time. We went to Porty's all night and stuff. And we got really wasted, drunk, and we were making out. And then we split off from Jenny Barnett somehow. And
peeled off is the term.
Peeled off, yeah. And she went up somewhere else and somewhere else. Okay, the next night, I went to go meet them at this party, Jenny Barnett and Betsy Martin. And I walk into the party, and Jenny Barnett has this smack right across my face. I walk into the party, and everybody stops. And they're looking.
Music stops, everything, record scratch.
Yeah, and then she storms out, right? And then Betsy Martin's like, oh my God, and she gives me a hug, and she kind of kisses my cheek. She's like, that was horrible, I can't believe it. So it got all around the party really fast that Jenny Barnett had a super massive crush on me, and she was pissed off that we made out.
Wow, but she didn't tell it.
So then we went in the back to go talk to Jenny Barnett, and she was kind of drunk. She started screaming, having one of those scenes, you son of a bitch, I liked you, and you knew it, and I didn't know it, whatever.
Reminds me of my mom.
So, but what happened was, that just went down in high school lore. Like, I was kind of like the cool guy of the party, because it's two chicks. Like,
wow, why don't we tone that ego down a bit? Just like bring the head size
No,
down,
the bigger the ego gets, the more worse I come off in the story in a minute if you just shut up.
All right.
So then we graduate and everything. 2 years later, we meet up with Jenny Barnett.
2 years later? You didn't talk to her for 2 years?
Well, no, like you go your separate. I had talked to her through high school, and then we didn't see each other, whatever. And then I met up with a friend who's like, oh my God, I know a friend from yours from high school, Jenny Barnett. So we go to meet her at this other party, and we're all grown up and we're out of high school, right? And she's there standing next to this other girl, and she's like, oh, hi, David, how are you? And da-da-da. And then we talking, and then she's like, and then I brought up, like, yeah, you guys all think she's so great now, but she slapped me across the face at this party, and she started laughing, ha ha. And then she's like, you know what?
I'm still a psycho!
No, she goes, to tell you the truth, she goes, this is my girlfriend that she's standing next to, and I didn't have a crush on you at all. I was in love with my best friend, Betsy Martin, and that's why I went psycho that night.
Damn. That makes sense, because typically what would happen is that the girl would have slapped the other girl.
Oh,
because
that's right.
Yeah.
They're best friends. Presumably, she knew that she had a crush on you.
So you were the cheating
you got
whore in that scenario.
I didn't know.
That's very convincing,
but,
by the way. Very convincing.
What? No, I swear to God.
I didn't know.
How did I know? We didn't even know what a lesbian was back then.
What?
It was like 1920.
It was the 20s, you son of a bitch.
1845.
But anyway, that's my high school story.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. Well,
we're getting the
that's
wrap
kind of
it
a
up
way
signal.
to,
So
it's kind of a way to wrap it up. Like
so the theme of this podcast is junior high and World of Warcraft.
Wow.
I want to go back in time. Get your kids, because Crystal is a genius. She doesn't have. Well, when your other kid comes out, because we already know that Pape's a genius. Get them together, make them build a time machine, because I want to go back in time.
Good.
I'll get on that.
Okay,
I want to go back in time and A, invest in Microsoft, and B, apparently
Microsoft, Earthlink even.
Drinking Purdy up in junior high.
Purdy. Actually, if you go back to the 80s, you can invest in AOL, Earthlink, Microsoft. There's a number of things you can invest in. eBay.
That's correct.
Google.
There you go. I'm starting to think that you might have gone to a high school that I only went to for a couple months, because the first school dance, in the middle of the floor, some guy punched some other guy, and he was bleeding on the floor because apparently the guy had impregnated his sister.
Wow. And this will be continued.
It's starting to sound like
this will be continued on
our
next
awesome?
podcast.
We have a Jerry Springer link. We could have been on the same Jerry Springer show. Okay.
This will be a cliffhanger for the next podcast.
Oh, yeah, so you could tell that story. Oh, I have tons of high school stories.
No, that was the story. I told you the story.
This will be a trip
done. It's over.
The story's over already.
It'll be great.
Okay.
Give me a chance to nap.
Awesome.
All right,
oh, my
guys.
God, I said everyone's name. Am I going to get sued? Oh, well, whatever.
Well, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us for Dinner Date, and thank you, the audience, for sitting down, having some wine. Don't forget to tip.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Oh, don't forget. Tipping is not just a city in China, is it?
That's disgusting. I'll give you a tip. Just the tip. All right. I'm sorry this got ugly. Good night, everybody.